and other member of your company, attorney company, in order to inspect some evidence that we have at that time.
Now, what were you specifically instructed to do on that day?
Just to allow Dr. Lee to inspect the evidence.
And it was your understanding that we were to inspect the car and its contents?
That is correct.
Okay. And part of the contents included the garbage?
That is correct.
Now, do you recall what the garbage was placed in?
The garbage?
Yeah, on November 14th.
The garbage itself was in the evidence section at that time.
And it was asked to be brought over, was it not?
Yes.
And at that time, it was in a box.
Correct.
And the plastic bag was not in that box.
No.
And Dr. Lee asked what these items were packaged in.
Yes.
And he was told a plastic bag.
Yes, he asked for the plastic bag.
And in this plastic bag, you did not tell him that Dr. Haskell had this bag.
At that moment, my supervisor, which is here right now, and myself, advised Dr. Lee that the plastic bag was in the Tennessee lab right away, and you was there.
So it's your testimony that you told him that it was in Tennessee?
Yes.
When in fact, was it actually in Tennessee, or was it in
the lab in Tennessee? In Tennessee.
And when was it sent to Tennessee?
May I refer to my program form? October 7, 2008.
Now, did you take any handwritten notes when you collected and processed this vehicle?
What?
Did you write any notes while you processed this vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. And where are those notes?
This is my notes, my reports.
I'm talking about handwritten notes.
No, we don't keep it. We destroy it.
You destroy notes?
Yeah, we are allowed to do that.
And when were you? Who tells you you're allowed to do that?
We don't retain our notes. This is our notes.
My question to you is, who told you you can destroy notes?
We're in different discovery now. This is a motion for sanctions regarding lack of information given. So let's get back to the information given by the Lee.
That's fine, Judge. I'll move on. Now, when you processed the car, Dr. Lee actually found items that you did not find.
That's correct.
In fact, he found...
Your Honor, I'm going to object to the relevance of this in the context of the motion.
We're here on motion. I just want to tell us about what is it.
Well, it goes to the processing of the car, Judge, and how important it would have been had
The
not
motion for sanctions is they did not show Dr. Lee certain things that he had a right to see. So let's get back on that.
Very well, Judge. There were approximately 17 hairs that Dr. Lee found that you did not.
Your Honor, again, same objection to relevance.
Next question.
Judge, I have no further questions.
Thank you, Cross.
Yes, to hear on the microphone. Mr. Boyd, it is accurate, is it not, that on November 14th of 2008 at 10:18 a.m., Dr. Lee, Mr. Baez, and an assistant from his office arrived at the main facility of the Orange County Sheriff's Office to inspect a vehicle?
Correct.
Correct. You also your office had also made arrangements, if they so desired, to place that vehicle on a lift to inspect the undercarriage, correct?
That is correct.
At 12:48 p.m., Mr. Baez, Dr. Lee, and his assistant, Ed, left the Orange County Sheriff's Office only to return at 2:15 p.m. after lunch.
That is correct.
At 16:10, which is 4:10 p.m., they then left the facility because Dr. Lee had to leave Orange County, Florida, to catch a flight, correct?
That is correct, yes.
At the time that he left, the Sheriff's Office was willing to make the arrangement for Dr. Lee to place that vehicle or to have it placed on a lift so he could inspect the undercarriage.
Correct.
And he ran out of time.
Hold on, object.
It goes beyond the scope of direct. We're not talking about the lift or the issues that revolve around the
The
lift.
issue is whether an investigation was blocked by the state. I'm not exactly sure that the limit is going to do that.
That was going to be available to Dr. Lee if he chose to have you all assist him in that fashion, correct?
Yes, correct.
All right. He ended this inspection voluntarily because he had somewhere to be, correct?
Yes.
Was he ever denied the opportunity to look at any aspect of that car before he had to leave?
No.
It is your testimony that in your presence, your supervisor, Michael Vincent, told Dr. Lee, with Mr. Baez present, that the garbage bag, which is the subject of this motion predominantly, was in Tennessee.
That is correct. I was informed immediately to Dr. Lees and Mr. Baez, and we informed them immediately that the plastic bag was in the lab.
In fact, during the course of the time that they were there, you had to go retrieve the garbage that was once in that plastic bag at another facility and brought it back to the main facility of the Sheriff's Office so they could look at it.
Correct.
I don't have any questions on that.
Correct?
Yes, sir. Mr. Boyce, during the processing where Dr. Lee was present, you took notes.
No, I did not.
You didn't take any notes that day.
No.
During your work on this case, when exactly did you destroy your notes?
Your Honor, Judge, he just said he didn't take notes. He said he didn't take any notes on
This
November
is a separate
14th.
question, Judge. During the process of this, you said you destroyed your notes in this case, did you not?
Did you take notes, good notes as you were doing this, yes or no?
No.
In the entire time you've processed, even on the 16th, you've never taken notes?
July 16?
Yes.
July 16, yes.
Okay. And you destroy your notes when you write your report?
Your Honor,
Yes, immediately I took my notes and then I transferred to the computer.
Hold on. He's answering the question. Next question.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the answer.
As soon as I take the notes, immediately I go to my computer and then I type up my report and then I destroy the notes.
Okay. And you processed this car on July 16th?
Correct. We started July 16.